Hello and welcome to the Must Game Dev. Here we are with another video. This channel is all about game development, and we've been going through a UEFN Fortnite Island Creation series. And this is our third episode. So 3, that's right, woohoo, we're getting there. So I'm on my island here, ending the game. And we're gonna get into some capture area device work today. That's what we're focusing on today. Yeah, we're going to set up a capture area device, set up more zombies to attack. And so, yep, can't go through there at all. And I'm going to go here to the creature spawner. And I'm just going to add a couple properties here within Fortnite Creative. Just like, again, as a reminder, you can edit most of the devices and get to most of the items that you can edit within a device in Fortnite Creative, which is pretty cool. And then that way your changes are immediate and you don't have to spin them up and push them up from the Unreal editor. But of course, you know, I'm more of a programmer, more used to the game engine, UX, UI, vibe and feel. So I'm going to eventually go back to the Unreal editor. And here we are. We're going to upgrade this item spawner for the ammo because 1 ammo per pickup is not going to help us fight the zombies. It's not going to help us win the war. So I'm going to increase this up to 20. There we go. Very cool. I'm going to save. All right, we're going to zoom out, look at our world here. And if you've been following along since the beginning, you should have an area set up very similar to mine. So if you have any issues, let me know. Put it in the comments below. And also, if you want to join the Discord, I will be updating and fixing the link, posting a better link for you to access our Discord server. So I'm going to search in all, pull up capture and search for capture. And pull up the capture area device. I'm going to edit these settings here. You don't have to do exactly like mine, but capture radius, I just made it kind of small. I don't want it to be super big. I want it to be something the player can defend. And going to set periodic scoring. Periodic scoring is going to be helpful so that later on, if we want to add a way to score, give score to the players, and also have like rounds and stuff like that, then we can rely on this option here. Capture height, no, it's not that big of a deal. So control time, we're going to set it to a smaller number here, so we try to capture the device where you have that time. And yeah, check out my island, Desert ACORN. That's the code. Check it out. So in the testing, we needed to click show the progress in the HUD. As you can see, now we see the capture HUD UI like you see in regular Fortnite Battle Royale games. So now we can capture the capture area. And kind of in this way, from a game design perspective, we are capturing the kind of surrounding area, right? So now we want to make it possible so that when we only want to enable the capture area device after we've completed the first tracker, like our first goal within the game, which is now at the moment to just kill 10 zombies, right? Once we kill 10 zombies, then we want to enable the capture device, and then we can capture area and own that area. So now we have opened up the verse code. We're going to add an editable, and we are going to call it first capture area. And I'm not going to upgrade. I will update my Visual Studio Code at some point. Okay, so now this is going to be of type capture area device, and then we will initialize it with the capture area device. Cool. So now we have that editable ready to go. And then we're going to make a couple more changes here in our verse code. But since I do not have everything memorized, I'm still going to look stuff up. And this is also super helpful for you programmers, right? If you need to know what a type of device does in verse code, search it up and find out what it does. And we have all these options for us, all these different events, all these different methods that we can use or functions. And we need a disable function, and that's what we want to do. So we're going to set up a subscription or a listener event. First, capture area. Actually, we're just disable the capture area first when the game starts. And because we don't want the capture area to start or be enabled until after the player or the players accomplish their first goal. Now we're looking for an event. So for the first tracker device has an event that we can subscribe to. And then now we're going to build the function that will handle the event when it is triggered. So I'm just going to copy this here because it's going to be very similar to onMainTriggered event or onMainTrigger event. And we're going to put in here first capture area dot enable. So now we disable it at the beginning of the game, and when the first wave tracker goal is completed by the players, then we will enable the capture area. Pretty simple. Now we just need to listen for when the first tracker has the complete event triggered. So first tracker dot complete event dot subscribe, and then we're going to pass in our function on first wave completed. Now we see that there's an error here, and that's because the agent type is an optional agent. That's the question mark at the beginning. And we see here in the documentation that you just need a regular type agent, so not an optional agent, which is cool. We fix that, error goes away, we hit save, and those are our changes so far. Now, what about when the capture area device has been captured, right? When that happens, it'd be kind of cool to do something else when that happens. And so I'm kind of tweaking some of the game design that I talked about last week, but essentially when we capture the capture area, right, it's going to trigger an event. And when that event triggers, we want to then destroy the creature spawner device so we can stop the zombies from being spawned into the world. So it's kind of like you, as a player, you take out 10, you get the capture device enabled, you capture the castle area or whatever this is called, and then after you capture that area, your reward is you have saved the land from all the zombies, right? So that's where we're connecting the story with game design with gameplay. Yep, it's all good. So we have area is scored event, and we're going to subscribe to that and create another function that will handle that event being triggered. So it's kind of weird because I was looking for a function that said area is captured, but it said area is scored. And if you look at the documentation, the UEFN documentation, scored or captured for a capture area device is kind of like the same thing. It takes the same type, right? Just a regular type agent, not optional agent. And now we just need to look up what that function is actually called. So I'm just going to search for the creature spawner device because, again, I don't have everything remembered. Destroy spawner. All right, very cool. So now we know exactly what we need to call. So first, creature spawner dot destroy spawner. All right, so when the first capture area has been scored or captured by one of the players on the team, then we're going to destroy the creature spawner. Ergo, getting rid of the zombies. Not the zombies, but the ability for them to keep getting spawned into the world and to kind of cleanse and save the world around us. All right, we're going to save all. And then before we push changes, we're going to make sure to go to our game manager device. We're going to go down to first capture area and assign that to the capture area. Then we'll save all again, and then we'll push all the changes because we didn't just change verse code, but we also changed the world in the editor. All right, so now we're here. We got lots of zombies coming towards us. Grab our gun. Ooh, grab our ammo. Missed it then. All right. So now we're looking for not just to capture the area, right? So we see the capture area device there, but it's not enabled. So that's a big difference. It's not enabled. We have to take out 10 zombies. There we go. And now you see kind of like the blue hue of the capture area because it's enabled. Grab some more ammo here. And now we can capture it, right? Capturing. So we're doing it. We're doing it. We're using code to pull together this world and have events trigger off other events. It's lots of fun to see this happen. And now I'm just having fun. So take out some more zombies. Because again, we're not destroying the zombies that are already activated. We're destroying the creature spawner so no more zombies come through. And there we go. We still have our first tracker from our first lesson, our first tutorial. All right. So this is where usually I would think about maybe just pausing, ending the video right here. But, you know, I'm addicted. I'm getting addicted to UEFN and developing Fortnite islands and talking about them with you here on the Musty Game Dev channel. So we're going to do one more thing. Let's first check our changes in. This is very important because if your hard drive gets wiped, something crashes, you can actually pull your project from the cloud, Epic Games Cloud, and, you know, be right where you left off. So make sure to check in your changes. It's also a great way to collaborate with your teammates if you have team members working with you on your Fortnite islands. All right, so now we're going to duplicate one of the item spawners here outside and move it inside. And this is where we're going to take some time to set up loot or the dropping of loot. Yes, the rewards, right? So you captured the castle, you cleansed it from the zombies, you destroyed the creature spawner, you took out all the other zombies, and there will be loot waiting for you at inside of the structure. So that's kind of like the gameplay that I'm going for here. But to hook it up, we got to hook it up. So I'm going to take out these settings here. And we'll come back to the item list later. But we don't want these items to be spawned when the game starts on a timer. So we're disabling that. I'm going to duplicate some more item spawners by holding down the Alt button and then moving them along one of their axes. So make about 4 of them here. That's good enough. Don't want to get too much loot because we still have more. Technically, again, if we flesh out this game into like a big experience, there will be like one objective, right? This will be the end of the first objective, right? Then the player would be signaled to go to the next objective, right? That's kind of like what I was thinking for this game. Kind of like Dominion/Conquest kind of thing. So now I'm looking for a way to attach the capture area to the item spawners so that when the capture area is scored or captured, then we can spawn those items. So after many trials and errors, I realized that I need to first make sure that the item spawners are enabled at game start, and then I needed to actually add items so that they had items to drop. It's not enough to just put the drop down to say random spawn. You still have to give a list of items that could be randomly spawned by the item spawners. And then also I realized that I can set up I can delete the rest of the item spawners, just leave one, configure that one, and then I can duplicate that one once it's all set up. So got some cool weapons in here. Added the Infinity Blade because I think that's a cool weapon. And I usually don't get a lot of chance to play with it in Battle Royale mode because I'm not the greatest. But my own Fortnite island, I can be pretty awesome. So here you can put any items you want. I'm just putting in these items and then making sure that they randomly spawn so that it'll take whatever from that list and spawn it. I also found that if I go to the user options functions area and then add to the spawn item the capture area and then on area is scored, that is where you can actually, without verse code, attach the event to trigger the spawn of the item spawners. All right, loaded up into the world here, grabbing my gun and my ammo. Still got that ominous piece of a bridge out in the sky. Taking out my zombies. Come to Papa. All right, now we have our capture area enabled. Grab some more ammo. Oh, not yet. There we go. All right, cool. Enabled. Capturing. Captured. Let's take out the rest of these zombies so they don't bother us inside of our castle that we have now claimed. Castle. I don't know. And there we go. Items spawned. We have our loot here. Here's an Infinity Blade. There we go. Destruction abounds. All right. So that's been the video. Sorry I came out so late. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you next week. Take care and stay musty.